It's the same thing with Jews playing sports. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. You see a little Jewish guy, trying to make it to the NBA. He's 4'3", and he's trying to be in the NBA. Like, you're Jewish. They're like 9 feet taller than you. The ball is almost as big as you. Okay, so you know how to dribble, and somehow you got yourself to dunk the ball. It doesn't mean you're going to be a basketball player. Yeah, but there was one Jewish guy that he became one. Do you know how many millions tried? For them, in their culture, it's like every second kid is an NBA star. All right, go be go be a doctor or something. Go be something else. Go be something that's... Anyway, it's not a good profession. To be an athlete is the worst profession in the world. I know most people don't think though. But I know, I used to deal with them as clients when I was on Wall Street. It's the worst profession in the world to be an athlete. Worst. Your career is very, very short, and your life is miserable, because from the second you get a contract, all of a sudden you acquire 100 different friends that you never knew you had, 300 family members you never knew existed, and 500 advisors that convince you that you need them. And 99.9999% of all of them are scammers. Which means that by the time you finish your average 5-year career, if you're in basketball 5-6 years, if you're in football 3 years, baseball's a little longer, but more or less it's less than 10 years. Like all of these superstars that you see that they're still playing after 20 years, those are anomalies. They're like, going to the moon. If they even went there. Like that's what it is. It's not normal to go and play for 20 years in any sport. But the most of them last only a few years. They make a bunch of money. There are a bunch of people steal it from them. A bunch of people spend it for them. I had one guy that I met. He said, "Listen, on my day," I'm like, "What'd you do on the day that you got a contract?" He said, "I bought 5 Range Rovers." I said, "But you're only one person." He said, "Yeah, but I bought one for myself, one for this one for that one for the 5 Range Rovers." On day 1, he spent the signing bonus. I don't have to tell you that he declared bankrupt shortly later. But that's what happens. After their career, 2 to 3 years, 3 to 4 years, 4 to 5 years, whatever it is, depending on the sport, within 2 years, 80% of them declare bankruptcy. And they go into a financial situation much worse than they had before they even started sports. And you can't do it somewhere else. Even if you go, let's say from the NFL, you go to the UFL or CFL. Yeah, you're going from a place where they're paying you, if you're terrible, you're on a bench squad, you're still making a few $100,000 a year. Whereas but if you really have a real contract, you get $5, $10, $20 million a year. But in the UFL, the number one paid person was $80,000. The guy working for UPS made more money than them. So that's the thing. They don't know how to handle money. And they end up ruining all of it. They get a bunch of money, they declare bankruptcy, and it becomes a very, very miserable life, short life. So that's why it looks glamorous. It's just like this world. It's a world of lies. It all looks glamorous. You're going to win a lot, you're going to make a lot, but in reality, it's all fake. It's all fake. And that's why it's a terrible thing to bring kids into that world of hoping to be an athlete, hoping to be some type of, Hollywood movie star or singer. It's a terrible, terrible path to go on, because 100% he will fail. Even if he succeeds, the failure will just be bigger. Or she, or whoever it is, because it ends. Everybody's career ends. And it's not like a doctor that retires or a business owner that retires eventually and he could just simply live a normal life. When they retire, they live the rest of their life in misery, because they're living the past. Oh, I used to run a 40 in a 4.2. Now I can barely walk up the stairs. Oh, I used to catch the ball, and I used to do this, and I used to do that. And now nobody even looks at him. They just see a really, really tall person.
This is also very connected to Roman Greek, right?
Sure, the whole Roman mentality and Greek mentality is certainly good. There was actually a guy here in Israel that he's a religious guy, but for some reason the Satan convinced him that it's a good idea to bring football to Israel. And he contacted me and asked me if I want to support it. And I told him, why would I support Greece or Rome? I mean, I don't understand why you're bringing this to Israel. You want to play football? Go to America. Why bring it to Israel? And he's bringing it to Dafka, to the religious community. And he's like, oh, I'm helping kids. What are you helping them with? Become Greek? How is it? I don't know. And again, I understand his intention is good, but the way is not. The way is not. And it's because most people think that, oh, don't worry, it's just fun for them. It's going to get them out of trouble, and it's not like they're going to the NFL. Okay, but that kid's mind is, what if I do? What if I do go to the NFL? What if I do go to the Major League Baseball? What if I do go to the NHL? What if I do make it to the UFC and become an ultimate fighter? What if I do? In his mind, he's not doing it because he thinks he's going to be a loser. He's going to play for a few years and stop. He's thinking there's a chance. There's a chance I may be the best. And guess what? If he fails, that's the best thing that can happen to him. But if he succeeds, it's the worst thing that can happen to him. Because then he's going to continue living that lie to the power of 1,000, with everything that comes with it. And it's Ezu Chacham Haroeh et Hanolad. The Mishnah in Avot says, who is wise? Someone that sees what's going to be born. Because I dealt with these people in my life, because I played sport myself also. I wasn't anything fantastic, but I'm the Jewish guy, the small guy. And everybody was really, really big. But the point is that because I know a little bit about it, and I know that it's a horrible, horrible path. And that's why one of the things I hate the most is seeing young Jewish kids play basketball. I think it's the most absurd thing in the world. They could play for exercise, for so on, but when they take it really seriously, and argue over it, and they actually go play on teams, and they travel to place to place, I think it's the worst thing in the world you can do. It's a complete waste of time. Aside from wasting time, it's a waste of your dreams. It's a waste of your dreams. You don't have that much room in your mind for different dreams. If your dream is to be this NBA star, you're wasting your life. The greatest investment that a person can possibly do is to invest as much as possible into kiruv. But not just any kiruv, but kiruv that actually works, that actually changes people from being wicked, from going against Hashem, from having bad morals, from having bad ethics, to being servants of Hashem.
אבל פה, ברוך השם, 100%, מההתחלה ועד הסוף, דברי אלוקים חיים.